I wanna sue the best like no one ever has. These pals look like mine. Yo, Nintendo's on your ass. Lamball, Fox Parks, Pangolins Wild, Nintendo saw it ain't too mild. Kativa, Cinemoth, the talk go flying. But the Pokemon lawyers, yeah, they spying. Gotta sue 'em all. Pocket pairs. I'll search across the land, look far and wide. Throw spears from my hand, the power that's inside. Warsix, Creepin', Grizzbolt, Shock. Nintendo kicked the courtroom door unlocked. Cease and desist with that classic flair. Yo, that's Pikachu just with more hair. Sue them all. Gotta sue them all. Pocket pairs. Daydream, Flamvel, Tansy, Bristler, Depressa, Goffin, Lysandra, Reptiro, Blazma, Dudma, Astrodon, Menstein, Incineram, Relaxosaurus, Unival, Tetris. Gotta sue 'em all, gotta sue 'em all. Gotta sue 'em all, gotta sue 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Chickapee, Bitsy, Ruby, T-Fam, B-Guard, Digitoys, Penking, Bear Dash, Arsa, Rushwar, Capriti, Mel, Pakabushi, Wixen, Egg-Tier, Deer, Nightwing! Oh my god. At least 100 more to see. Whose idea was this? To copy them is my destiny. Oh my god. Lunaris, Orser, Kitsune, Dinosaur, Lily, Anubis, Valeris, Suzaku, Aqua, Jet Dragon, Hellspire, Frost Stallion, Knock, Quiver, that's all. What's that? We gotta cease and desist? This rap's not even out. What do you mean we gotta continue? Gotta sue 'em all, gotta sue 'em all. Gotta sue 'em all, gotta sue 'em all. Mao, Chill It, Dire Hell Dash, reminding folks of that Nintendo cash. Palworld Slit said gamers online, but the legal team said they crossed the line. You wanna copy the best, but truth is we stole our designs from Dragon Quest. Sweeper, Floppy, Lavender, Elizabeth, Ragnarok, Cyberlex, Masando, Lux, Fuddler, Belanoir, Xenolore, Jormantide, Shadowbreak, Palladius, Necromancer, Blazema, Ryu. Gotta sue 'em all. Gotta take those critters down to court. Gotta ensure that Palworld gets no single port. Gotta sue 'em all. Gotta take those critters down to court. Make sure Palworld never gets a port. Gotta sue 'em all.
Torchada!
There. Are you happy now?
I've never been happy.
I did it. There's your Palworld parody rap that took me a bajillion years and honestly didn't turn out at all like how I wanted. I envisioned something way bigger, but I don't really make that much. But if I did, I would have invested all of that into a beautiful animation. Instead, we got a pretty gay. But a promise is a promise. I delivered. And now you will hit subscribe if, of course, you want a version of that Palworld parody rap video uploaded as its own standalone video. Hell, I even dress like the stupid character, okay? You will hit subscribe. You will get this channel to explode so we can finally show all those other slop channels what it looks like to put in even just an inch of effort. Welcome back to the channel. The day is finally here. Pokemon ZA is out and Palworld's still better.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Hell, I would argue Digimon Time Stranger is also better, but I will save that opinion for my Nintendo Alternatives video. And well, what are the results? Well, the results are, I guess it's fair to say, Pokemon Legends ZA is not living up to the hype. But then again, I mean, if you're expecting a single Pokemon game past 2020 to even resemble being the richest IP on the planet, well, let's just say you have a better chance of not getting stabbed on a bus randomly in North Carolina. The reception online has been some of the most entertaining shit I've seen in a while. Nintendo fans are in complete denial. They are trying their absolute hardest to salvage what is 100% a disappointment, and they know it. So many cut corners, so much cut content, underwhelming visuals, greedy monetization. Pokemon Legends ZA is nothing more than a justification to buy a Switch 2 because if you play this on the Switch 1, you might have a seizure from the frame rates.
Oh my god, a Skidoo! My game froze! No! No way! Please get what you fucking deserve!
crash more. And it's good that the game crashed on him too, because rumor going around is that there's no option to disable autosave for Pokemon Legends ZA. So is this $400 investment worth it? Let's have a look. As of now, the game has scored an 80 from critics, who, mind you, we should never really take serious anyway, but it really says a lot when the gaming journalists that threw Dragon Age Veilguard a high score cannot enjoy this slop. Truly remarkable. So right now, one of the biggest issues plaguing the game is a lack of voice acting, and I can't believe I'm actually going to say this, but I was personally never really that off-put by Pokemon not having voice acting until the internet actually explained to me in autistic detail why it should, and honestly, I can't argue with them. They're right. Especially coming off of Digimon, a game that probably doesn't have anywhere near close to the same budget, and yet it still provides voice acting. And yet over here, Game Freak, with the most profitable intellectual property on the planet, cannot provide such a basic feature that really makes Pokemon Legends ZA look kinda retarded when the characters are just miming and gesturing. Here's an example. I mean, come on. Tell me this doesn't look stupid. I mean, it looks fucking retarded. No voice acting. What, all the characters are just mutes? This is one of the most embarrassing moments I've ever experienced in a video game. I genuinely cringed during this cutscene. This is the biggest media franchise in the world. This is inexcusable for Gen 10. It needs to have voice acting. When you put it that way, it's kind of hard to argue with them. They're right. How in the world does an intellectual property bigger than some countries not even have the ability to feature voice acting? Did Game Freak cheap out on voice actors? Because they certainly cheaped out on the game engine. And per usual, the person being ratioed here in this tweet, as you can see, 96,000 likes, is Nintendo Prime! With his pitiful 1,500 likes, saying, "I discovered over the last 24 hours that so many people want voice acting in Pokemon. I don't disagree with you. I enjoy voice acting in games. Didn't realize the desire for Pokemon to have it was this strong. Why? I kinda like that my kids have to read when they play."
Fuck them kids. Fuck the kids? Yeah.
Really? You're bringing in your kids? Why? Why would you do that? Why? You're really gonna bring in the kids as a sympathy card? Jesus Christ, you really do deserve that 96,000 ratio, all right? My God. If I wanted my kids to learn to read, I would buy them Clifford or Arthur or Bear-Stained Bears or some shit like that. I ain't buying them goddamn Pokemon, which is notorious with translation issues. Jesus Christ. I mean, this horrendous lack of voice acting is so noticeable in other cutscenes. Like, look at this one. I mean, you can clearly hear them patting, stepping, moving around, and they gesture their lips, but there's just no voice acting. It's off-putting. When indie devs are able to put voice acting into their titles and you can't? I mean, even Silksong has voice acting. For the love of God, Game Freak. People are right. You're releasing this $70 game and you're too cheap to even have the characters talk? It looks stupid, but not as stupid as some of the other stuff we're about to see. No, I'm not talking about the fact that this is what your average Pokemon Legends ZA character looks like, and this is what your average Digimon character looks like, you know? If you want something to goon to, for some odd reason, Bandai is coming through. Not that you should want to goon to the world of Pokemon anyway, but I'm an adult, and the choice is just made all that much easier because of my age. But minus this, I don't really consider this a legit criticism of the game. Here's something that really did piss me the fuck off though, because we found out just yesterday that both Trico and Staraptor were in the Pokemon Legends ZA beta, but later removed for the DLC. That's right, Trico, a staple of the Pokemon franchise at this point, is paid DLC.
I just can't believe this.
Dad, keep your
you
voice down.
whore!
Holy fuck. Seriously? You mean to tell me that the beta had more Pokemon then the full release, the things people actually wanted in the game were just locked away. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is something that Digimon failed at too, because Digimon also locked away content behind DLC, which doesn't make it any better. But by God, Game Freak, you're gonna go ahead and tease us with the tip showing us all the potential Pokemon, and then when the full thing comes out, after people finally paid their money, you say, yoink! Gotta pay if you want those Pokemon from your childhood. And that's how Game Freak always gets you, isn't it? Appealing to your nostalgia, to your childhood. Memba Trico? Oh yeah, I remember Trico. $30. Fuck off. Eurogamer's not enjoying it all that much. They actually gave it 3 stars. Pokemon Legends ZA is a mix of older ideas with new ones, and one that arguably finds the most enjoyable balance yet, and it also feels a little abridged, a little self-contained. Oh no shit, we just found out the game has to load the entire goddamn city, which is why it's so low in detail. And then over here, Gfinity gives Pokemon Legends ZA a 7 out of 10. A decent enough game that fails to innovate in the same way Legends Arceus did. Pokemon Legends ZA feels like a wasted opportunity that may only be worth it for diehard fans. I mean, those are the only people who buy Pokemon. Actually, I take that back. Pokemon's very mainstream these days. It's not just people from the 90s playing it anymore. Pokemon Go brought in a huge chunk of new players. And unfortunately, because such a garbage game was their introduction to Pokemon, they'll just accept any garbage going forward. What I really love, though, is the salt being produced from the Nintendo fanatics and the Pokemon soy cucks, who cannot accept that what people are saying about the game is more than just criticism. They're just, at this point, stating basic facts that offend them, like this Rock Solid guy here. Day 1 DLC, $30. Small regional decks. Map is only 1 city. Most of the shops are purely aesthetic. There's literally 0 3D assets on the side of the buildings. I mean, models that look worse than the 3DS games. Still terrible graphics, even on PS4 tier hardware. Pokemon keeps reaching new lows. I fucking hate Pokemon, but when this babbling knuckle dragging ape and any of the other troglodytes that follow him has shit to say about the franchise, it makes me reconsider everything. I'm going to install ZA as soon as possible and complete the Pokedex. Fuck you! Oh my god. Spite buyers. There's nothing worse than a spite buyer. They don't make the industry better. They feed into some of the worst problems gaming has ever seen, and they don't even enjoy the shit they buy. Their existence is a pimple on the ass of the gaming industry. You can tell most of this is just spiteful rhetoric, and I'm gonna go ahead and guess it's because these two share completely different political views, and that's really probably it. Because nothing that man stated was wrong. You're gonna buy the game because he said the truth? Ugh. Pokemon fans are pathetic. They don't even buy these games because they enjoy them. They literally buy them because of tweets that offend them. What a pathetic fan base. Well, right now, people are experiencing other issues in the game. For instance, shinies teleporting away from them. Boop, and they're gone. Gotta go again. And still gone. Oh shit, that person's emulating the game. That might be why. We already have people pirating the game that is based. I love it. Why are people complaining about the graphics? What a beautiful game. I mean, if this was from like some AA studio and their first attempt at a video game with a budget smaller than my bank account, then okay, sure. But this is supposed to be the richest intellectual property on the planet. Game Freak is by no means an underdog. They can do better than this. Hell, we know they can because they're developing another game outside of Pokemon that actually looks pretty next gen. They couldn't even push the Switch 1 to its limits. Nintendo guys are literally accepting the bare minimum at $70 when you can pay less than that right now for games that are 10 years old and look 10 years ahead of this. Well, anyway, to end it off, Pirate Nation then tweets, palworld won. Oh my god, 32,000 likes. The sentiment still rings true. Palworld is still the more enjoyable game, and it's not even complete. it's still technically in early access. Game Freak once again fails to deliver anything that wows gamers or really pushes the franchise forward. You're just gonna simply have to wait till Gen 10. You're gonna have to wait for a Pokemon game built exclusively for the Switch 2 to finally see any sort of leaps. I mean, just look at how terrible this shit looks. Look at Starmie's Mega Evolution. Just come on, that's so retarded. That looks stupid. That is supposed to be what the richest intellectual property on the planet can provide. That's it right there. Right now, a lot of people are posting glitches, bugs, performance issues, crashes. The game released with a huge day one patch and people are still having problems. It's been less than a few hours. Let's see what the next few bring. If you want to be there, like, comment, share, and subscribe if you so choose to. With that being said, see you in the next video.
Free Congo sucks ass.